Hello and happy Sunday. I don't fully feel like recording something, but I also feel responsibility. And somewhere there underneath, there's the voice that says record. And I just do it this for me. And hopefully, anyone that listens to this can find an inspiration. Maybe some uplifting message, maybe some sort of understanding. So, the subject or the theme today will be relationships, I guess. I have been going on some meetings with people that I met online recently, and it's as if I'm trying to understand and I'm trying to show it and to myself and to you at this moment as a spiritual experience, which one side it could be, because the one thing is about, first of all, who are we choosing? So who am I choosing? Specific kind of people, and why this kind of people? So the things that you can pick up or that you can filter by. So let's say there's specific height, there's specific, let's say, level of school, they graduated or not graduated, maybe where they live and their age. And these are the visible things. And there are also invisible things. And I feel like I am so good at picking those up. I tend to pick people up who are probably not really into a long-term relationship, or have some sort of maybe feel challenging, they feel it's challenging, or maybe they are not exactly sure that that's what they want. And I know it's probably the case for a lot of people as well. And I want to see it as a mirror. So whenever something like this happens, maybe I do ask myself if I'm really looking for a long-term relationship. If I am really ready for this, is it something that I am going to be comfortable with? And the answer to all of those questions is yes, yes. And the last question is, the answer is, I am afraid and I am not really sure. And I might be wearing a pink tinted glasses, as I've been told that I am wearing, as how it's going to really look like and who I am going to be there in this relationship. And funnily enough, there was a big change in the planetary bodies. I think it was a couple of days ago, or maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday. Pluto finished its wonders in Capricorn and moved into Aquarius. And this move, and it's gonna stay in Aquarius for another foreseeable future, for more than 10 years. That's what happened in Capricorn. It was in this sign for, I think, 16 years. And there was a lot of talk on social media on this. And if you are aware when in your chart Aquarius is, and how it's going to, you can check how it's going to influence your chart. And like I was saying before, astrology, just another tool to understand what are the transformation challenges, happy moments, opportunities, how are they coming to your life. It's not something that is 100% that's exactly what's going to happen to you. It's just something that helps us understand things, for anyone who is like, oh no, I don't believe in astrology. By the way, and one of my dates, and I don't really want to do this that much. But on the other hand, that's who I am. That's truly me. I believe in things that Bashar is saying, Dolores Cannon, and other spiritual people on social media, and I like listening to them. And this to me goes line in line with psychology, philosophy, spirituality, and obviously I take from that what I resonate with. So if I was to be with someone, I guess they don't have to believe in that, because it's not something that I can make someone believe, or I can convince someone that this is what it is. But hopefully, or they cannot laugh it off or be like, oh, she's just so silly, or, you know, it's, or whatever is beneath me. How can she believe in things like this? And this is probably how my family reacts, and it's quite, maybe not hurtful, or maybe it is even hurtful. I just feel like the person that I am with either would kind of believe in those things, or let me be and believe in whatever I want to. And actually thinking about this, going and dwelling into this is quite a big work. And when you are so, I guess when you are really like me in this moment, when you are really looking and searching for answers, that's quite vulnerable moment for you and for myself. And I am for a couple of years now, I am in very vulnerable moment, and I am looking to get the self-assurance, I guess, or also self-worth, I guess. I'm looking for tools to make myself stronger, meaning make myself be a better version of myself, come out on the other side and be stronger. So all of those things are I don't want to say a bit up in the air, or maybe actually it's my parents' voice now coming out. I don't really know. I have to look into that. So what I'm trying to say is that the one side in me, when I talk about those spiritual things, is saying, oh, so stupid, how can you believe in this doodles, like come down to earth and don't be up in the sky all of the time in a bubble, and you are stupid to believe in something like this. There is science and research, and people studied it for a long time, very clever people, very intelligent people, and you are not as intelligent as that. And this is a very, very strong voice in my head, still going on. I just voiced it. Thank you very much, the voice. This is the other voice. And then the first one, the one that I really want to follow, is you have strong intuition. You are intelligent emotionally, and you see things that maybe other people, the clever one, the really super intelligent one, they cannot see. You feel them because the energetic body of yours is stronger than any other physical body of yours, and because you have been on earth many other times and it's been tough, and you feel the connection, the energetic connection. You believe in things that others maybe find it hard to believe, and because it makes you different, sometimes you feel unstable, and sometimes you feel vulnerable, and sometimes you feel not understood and different than other people, because this is a 3D realm, and you are very much in touch, or I am very much in touch with my soul, with my higher body, with my spirit, which is not really recognized in this earth. Really, what's recognized in this earth is solid, is something that we can see. Obviously there is quantum physics and things like this, but even that, because it's so scientifically explained, it's also more difficult for me to find the way within the words. So what I'm trying to say is that I am there. I am also a woman. Someone was talking about the woman, that woman feels. I am also a woman, so I feel, I have this energy, I am all the intuition, and I flow, right? This is the flowing, the intuition. So I really want my men to be strong, to be safe. So I don't want the man to flow and kind of discover and be absent. I want him to be there, and I want him also to anchor me. I have the side that I can anchor someone. I am someone who really cares about the home environment. So as if you're a woman, I'd like to make the home cozy. I care about those details. And it also has something to do with my chart, which is I have Taurus. My moon is in Taurus. So the moon is the feelings, the emotions, and Taurus is the physicality, the safeness, the house, also the abundant, beautiful things as well, things that make you feel safe. So I want that in my men. But also I tend to attract, or I tend to go for men who are quirky, who are different, who have some maybe like a dark side. Not mean that, I don't mean vicious, but just a dark side. And if we are mirroring, if the people who we are with mirror us and we are mirroring them, then what's in me that it's quirky, maybe vicious, maybe a little bit not here, not there, always looking for something. The last man that I met, he just said he was curious. He was curious about people, and he was curious to meet new people, and he was curious to discover them, which is very nice and hunky-dory. It's just, I just say, what do you do when you stop being curious about them? Because that was the question kind of in between the lines, because that's how he come out, or that's how he seemed, that he is always searching, always in a search. And when do we stop searching? When do we stop and say, let me be interested in this person for a long time? Let me discover and discover and discover this person over and over again. And I'm not saying that I would want to be with this guy, and maybe I am like this, maybe I get bored quickly, maybe I am, once I discover someone, once I see that they are kind of interested, or they put me as their primary thing, as a kind of first on the list, maybe then I just go and look for something better. That's how I used to be. Something better meaning something else. And that's how I used to be. And now I just want to say, stop, let's just discover ourselves. Let's let's just go slowly and spend some time together. And I don't even know if that's correct, and I don't know also how to do this without kind of being physical quite quickly. That's the world now, how it is as well. I'm still reading a very interesting book. I think it's called The Black Butterfly, and one of the chapters, and it's quite, I think it's like at least 10 years old, if not 20. And one of the chapter, the author discusses sexuality and the fact that the contraception is obviously now so used that in the West we just kind of, it's normal to just have sex and that's it, quite quickly and with a lot of partners, and it takes the sacredness out of sexuality. And on one hand, I feel as a woman that is safe for us, and I'm very grateful that that's what happens, that we do have access to this. On the other hand, it just makes it open to, and I think I feel into it. He says that my cat, he tells about the act of performing sex is like exchanging energy. This is a very intense energetic exchange, and it's kind of lost its sacredness, because with sex there is an act of baby being born, right? So not so long ago that it wasn't, or it was never careless like this. I mean, obviously there was a lot of that going around, but not like the times now. We kind of, I guess we lost the sacredness of that, and I'm saying that as someone who who's been exploring that as well, and I'm not saying that I am a nun or anything, but I just feel like in terms of relationships, it comes very quickly into the relationship, and it might in the beginning especially kind of take away some of the other things that we would discover. I am not saying that as you shouldn't or you should. It's just an interesting thing when especially when I see men, and when they come, and I can kind of sort of feel that's what they are after, and for them exploring this equals going to bed with the woman. And actually the last person that I met, I only kind of later on, when I went through a conversation, I realized that's what he was asking me, and he was looking for the answer to see if I was kind of willing, maybe, but it was done in a very subtle way. So I actually, although it was a really nice conversation and we conversed of other sort of human development or self-development topics as well, because obviously it's me, so I cannot not talk about it. Sooner or later we'll come to that, especially with men in their 40s or 50s who are fathers very often, who went through divorces, and then they probably been through therapy. So if someone went through therapy or went through divorces and kind of having kids, they just will usually think about the meaning of all of this and this time in their life. So sooner or later I would talk to them about self-development and listen to their discoveries. And maybe I am a little bit mean, but sometimes I just say, oh, poor you. You know what? You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what I know, but that's I just say that in my mind, as maybe some of you say that as well. I don't know, as if they are just telling me things that I know so well. But I don't want to say, oh, I know all of this. You're just telling me something that I'm so I know so well. And by the way, I have podcast about this. I'm not that well known that they would know. And actually, I was listening to someone who's got a big following, and she was saying, and she's a singer. She's, yes, very successful. She's got probably brands. She speaks to press all the time. She's on TV. On social media, she says she doesn't speak a lot because she's embarrassed, and she also knows that her words then would be taken and just kind of mixed up, and there's gonna be lots of fake news just out of the short clip she posts. So I'm not as famous right now, so I don't think anyone will take these words and kind of mix them up and put some fake news about me. But yeah, I obviously don't tell them I have podcast. I don't tell them that I am interested in this. I might say that I am a mentor and that I worked on learning and development, but I never say any deeper, because I also learned that I shouldn't. It's not a conversation for the first or second meeting. I think my cat is calling me desperately, so I better go. But I just hope all goes well with your dating, and hope you found something interesting in that. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.